Hello, my name is Natalia, and tonight we are calling your inner little one to join us for a bedtime story. So, if you are already in bed, just keep going. If not, please pause the video and simply get ready to go to sleep. Okay, good night then. I am going to start this conversation first with your adult self, the one you identify as, the one who is in control of all the subconscious aspects that are going to be present during this time before you go to sleep, before you start to dream away. I am going to invite your adult self to take 3 long deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling long and deep. Breathe at your own pace, filling your lungs with air and release. Release anything, everything. Your adult self has complete agency over all the places around your mind that we are going to explore. Tonight, we are calling forth 2 of these elements, your inner little one and your mothering aspect, the mother figure inside your mind. This is not necessarily a female figure. It is a configuration which cares for the little kid with love, with tenderness, with deep interest. We are going to allow them, mother and kid, both to unite, to have a moment together. So, awaken your little one. Feel it being present here, right now, tonight. And I invite you to project your mothering aspect in my voice so that you can feel how your little one finds comfort, accompaniment through this story. Today, I am here present for your little one for a bedtime story, to guide her to sleep, to guide her to feel free to explore the night, the mysteries, to guide her out of fear, to let her know that I am here holding her hand as she falls asleep bit by bit with this story of the grasshopper, the bike, the sticks. Ready? Yeah. Well, here's an illustration of a little grasshopper and a kid in a park. The little grasshopper is looking at the kid with a curious glance. "Is that your new bike?" asks the grasshopper. "Yes," responds the kid excitedly. "And do you know how to ride it?" "Well, I will learn," replies the kid. "I can teach you," the grasshopper invites with a big smile. "You?" The kid looks at the grasshopper with amazement. "Grasshoppers don't ride bikes." "But we know everything about riding them." The grasshopper adopts the posture of a wise old person. "Nah, don't worry. My father will teach me," the kid announces with a proud, brilliant look. Yeah, well, he can teach you on weekends, and I can teach you the rest of the time. The grasshopper playfully insists. He loves doing things for the kids. The grasshopper, the kid, they look at each other. The kid defies the grasshopper again. But you must be tall and strong in case I fall. You can't do it otherwise. The grasshopper defies back. I can jump very tall. The kid searches for an answer. But then I will fall anyway over you. They burst into laughter. But the grasshopper still wants to be part of the fun. That's true, agrees the little green creature. Maybe you should have bought a smaller bike. But then I wouldn't fit in, the kid points out the nonsense. I would look like one of those circus clowns. I don't know the circus clowns. The grasshopper looks at the kid with his huge, sad eyes. The kid looks back at the grasshopper, at its sadness, and wants to explain. Well, imagine a giant grasshopper on a miniature bike. The kid mimics the movements. Both burst into laughter again. Then they become silent. A thought crosses the grasshopper's mind. Do you realize that when you learn to ride your bike, I won't be able to walk by your side anymore? The kid responds, I can put you in my pocket. Pocket? No. I'm claustrophobic, remember? Plus I must jump every 5 seconds to keep my heart alive. The kid finds no answer to this, so the grasshopper thinks a bit. You will ride your bike and I will stay here jumping until you come back. The kid doesn't like this answer much. I can ride in small circles. Yes, that's perfect. We do it like that. Okay, then teach me. The kid is now excited. The grasshopper gave the kid all the necessary instructions while hopping between the bike parts and the child's knees, the feet, the hands, everywhere between the child's body and the bike. You turn this here, you put that there. The kid just smiled in amazement, for she knew all this. She had seen people ride bikes many times, but being taught how to do it by a grasshopper gave her a really good time. She heard her mother call from their house. It was time to go. See you tomorrow, shouted the kid and ran away. The grasshopper whistled and hopped into the grass, singing a song about wheels and time or something like that. The next day, the kid didn't come. It was a rainy day. Rainy days were difficult. First of all, because it rained, and hopping was a bit more humid. And second, because the kid wasn't allowed to go out. She would come only on Skype rainy days, when her mother had afternoon shifts. Those were things that the grasshopper did not really understand, but thought about in rainy days. The next day was weekend. The grasshopper knew this as soon as he saw the father coming from the left side of the park. Soon, the kid would also come, and for some time they would do things around the playground. Then, the father would walk back to the left side of the park, the kid would come to the grasshopper, and they would spend the rest of the afternoon together. After her father left, she would always have a special type of smile on her face. This aroused a sense of wonder in the grasshopper. When the kid approached, the grasshopper looked at her with confusion. Why didn't you bring your bike? The kid sighed. My mother said it wouldn't make sense. Why? Your father was going to teach you, said the grasshopper. My mother said I had to be careful, that my father might not be able to understand how a couple of sticks can be a bike. What? A couple of sticks? Jumped the grasshopper. Yes, that's what my mother sees when she sees the bike, and apparently my father would also. Really? Sometimes people can be so blind, said the grasshopper with his wisdom tone. What does that mean? Asked the kid. I don't know. I just remember the grasshopper saying this on our bonfire the other night, and seeing sticks instead of bikes might be something like that. Yeah, maybe. I can teach you to ride your sticks then. They burst into laughter again and waited for another sunset to wave goodbye again. So good night, beautiful one. Rest well, be safe, remain in comfort and in peace. Your mothering aspect is here always to cover you at night and to accompany you during the day with love. With the end of this story, I return the projection on my voice to you, and I talk to your adult self now. Good night. You are in charge of all your inner aspects, of your inner wisdom. Be well, dream well. See you on the other side.